sit down and talk to you for a while. Okay, just whenever you want to start, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Being this is going to be for Mr. McCrelly, I'd like to say how wonderful it has been for me to work with you on all the financial doings on our sales for the hospital auxiliary. And now that you're retiring, I don't know, you might just give me the incentive and I might just quit and retire. I don't think so, though. Happy fishing.
Do you have any old stories that come to mind when you think of Mr. McCrelly?
Well, no, not really.
Do you have any, probably had a lot of run-ins together.
Not run-ins, we had a lot of good little working schedules together on all the jewelry sales and different kinds of sales. I worked with him real well, real good. He's a wonderful man to work with. He really is.
He's been here, I think, about 12 years. So you were here were you here pretty much the whole time
I've
he was
only
here?
been a pink lady for 5 years now.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, we're going to miss him.
Oh, you're not kidding. We certainly are. Really are.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, I
You
know
can
we're
talk
really
to-
going to miss him. I know we're going to miss him. I sure do hope the best of everything for him.
Yep. You can either talk to the camera, you can talk to each other.
Audrey's already really run her mouth.
That's all right. Well, I think
Oh,
that we
you
need
have to
to
be
wish him
first.
lots of luck in his retirement, and our good wishes go with him.
Yep.
You want me to name?
Anybody.
Okay. I certainly will miss you while you're gone, and we hope that you have a very good retirement.
The best of luck. We're trying to have some fun.
Happy retirement, Mr. McCrelly. We'll miss you.
Is anybody not going to miss him? Terry's raising her hand.
God
There's-
bless you in your endeavors of the future and keep you safely. We trust you're going to be very happy, you and your loved ones all. Amen. Mr. McCrelly was an excellent man, and we will all miss him very much.
We'll miss you. I won't have anybody to fuss at and to fuss about, and I'm sorry that we can't do a veil dance for you today, but it's, my knees are bad, so I'm sorry.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
We'll miss you and wish you the best.
Okay. Anybody want to say anything?
You'll be missed all around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wish the best for you.
All right.
Well, I hope you have as happy a retirement as I'm happy.
Do we want to get some pictures too for something?
Sure, I needed a picture of the officers. Are they all here?
No, Lynette's not here.
Oh, she's outside the door there.
She's here, I saw.
Tremendous, yeah, I saw her come in.
Frances will not be here. She's our
For the video.
Oh my goodness. I thought this was
Our,
optional.
our well-trained and highly organized staff is here once more, diligently struggling to get the bills out.
Okay. So, you have any comments you want to make about Mr. McCrelly?
Well, you know, when's he going to see this? He's still going to be employed here? I might wait until after the fact.
Okay, we'll catch you in a couple weeks then.
Very good, very good.
Anybody else?
There's
After the fact, wait till he's gone. We believe we was,
This woman speaks the truth.
we believe. No,
She never lies, and she's always right.
I really enjoyed working with him.
What are you going to miss the most about him? Ooh, maybe that was a bad question.
Mildred, come in here a minute.
Yeah. What was it like when he used to work in here? Were you ever in this office when he was in here?
I
Yeah.
worked in ER registration. But I worked up under him off and on the whole time, about 12 years here.
Yeah. Well, you guys, he was here about 12 years too.
About the same length of time.
Man. Okay. Any favorite story?
And long weekends, he hates that.
Yeah. What about
But you still do it, right?
No, I don't take long weekends.
you want to?
No,
Did he ever get on to you for being late?
no, I never be late on my job.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Anybody, you ever see him get on to anybody else for being late?
Sure.
Yeah.
One time,
Wait a minute, look.
You missed that one.
Oh.
She took off her glasses. You got too sexy.
see what he does. If you can't be here by 8, then he put you on that 4 to 12 shift.
4 to 12.
I'm sure you'll make it in.
That's pretty good. Okay, what's so funny?
Hi, Mr. McCrelly.
No, it's by Mr. Necrelli.
Bye.
Okay.
Remember me?
You know what Mr. McCrelly liked most
About me?
you?
What?
The hair. It
The
was
hair?
the hair. You knew it was the
It's
hair.
me.
What's in your head?
It's me. Wait.
Did he ever say something about your hair?
Yeah, he loved it.
better than that.
Damn, you need to get on there.
He likes texture, right?
Yes. I'm gonna miss
He likes
you.
the extensions.
I'm gonna miss you.
You don't have any story to tell? He's a funny guy.
Well, I adore his Nike outfit he had on
I
today.
like his dancing.
Oh yeah, the
I like
Christmas
to-
party.
Tell you what.
Oh yeah, and you have to teach me some of that dancing. I mean, you really dance nice. I mean, good. Yeah. Teach me some of that
Now
dancing.
tell me this. He should have taken his shirt off, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
You were there?
Very sexy looking.
You were there for the Pearly show?
No.
Oh, when did you see him dance?
He was dancing with the Christmas party. He was at the Christmas party.
Oh,
You
that's
see, Chad begged us to remove our clothing,
Oh, he was.
but we were, you know.
Let me grab it. Hey, did you page me? Okay, thanks.
Chinese laundry.
DBA too, they'll pay the bill.
He come in and ask if his shirts were ready.
So you're trying to be funny again, huh?
Well, that's what he said, huh?
Okay.
I know.
What kind of story? The Once Upon a Time story?
Yes.
No, the remember when kind of story. Remember when he.
I remember when Mr. McCrelly came into the business office with a spotted shirt on.
Used to be a
Who?
CNC at HMO.
A what shirt?
Spotted shirt.
Can I just tell you that originally Mr. Necrelli used to sit right where you are right now. That used to be his desk. Do you feel the power coming up from the ground? Jacinda?
Oh, Jay,
Power and the glory.
Chief Financial.
Come on. Yeah.
I got to start over.
Yeah.
The only thing I can remember most is the Christmas party.
You better get them bills going.
How's it go?
Gary, how in the hell? God damn it! I mean now. In here.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen him kick a file cabinet?
Yes, slam a
Demonstrate for us.
He kicked my door several times. Let me go.
Damn it, Gary!
What? What in the hell going on with this file here? God damn it, we're not going to give them any money back. Not a damn penny. They will get back from us. Take it, Gary.
Yes, yes, dear.
That was perfect. That's just what we
Write
need.
off, Chad, we want to write off 3,000. Hell no.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll miss you.
That was funny.
Tell a story about when you took an adjustment sheet down there with a great amount on it.
No story?
I'm shy.
Oh, okay. A nice goodbye?
A nice goodbye, Mr. McCrelly.
Adios, Mr. Jennifer.
I got one. You go, boy.
No, Tag. Tag, do it.
To say goodbye to yesterday. What else?
Say, but we'll keep them corns coming in.
Where's the rest of the song?
That's it.
But you
Well, no, please let him stop
That's
there.
okay.
No, it's not.
Chad, this is the end for the business office. We will keep them corns coming in.
To be my sunshine in the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Oh, to Mr. Crowley.
Well, you weren't camera shy for long, were you?
That's how I can sing.
No, this is just practice.
Oh, good. Oh, I did?
Let's see, you have anything you want to add? Were you ever afraid of Mr. Nicrelli? No? He always kind of scared me.
It's pretty cool.
Are you going to miss him?
Yeah.
He's kind of like a grandfather kind of a figure, you know?
I mean, if he would see you 10 times he would say hi to you.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is going to be missed.
Yeah, thanks.
You're on hospital time with your
Hey, stop right there.
I might as well just plant down here. I'm getting a lot of good footage. All I have so far is the hospital auxiliary saying he's really nice and we're going to miss him. This is the scoop right
They didn't
here.
know the man, obviously.
We're going to get a friend. Yeah, we're a believer.
Okay, thanks. Anybody, if you think, do you want to say anything?
Well,
I can come back.
I hate for you to get this office like this.
You've worked with Mr. Nicrelli a long time.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
You don't have it on, do you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do.
Oh, no.
But I can come back if you,
You
want
do?
me to.
You're not catching too much of the office in here, are you?
I can just barely see you.
Oh, good. You gonna do it now?
Action.
Oh, no. Let's see. What can I say about Joe? He does look at the bottom line. I will remember all those guarantee of payments. We've been through it up and down. I wish you well. Good luck.
Now, do you have any good stories?
Any good stories?
Did you ever see him play softball in the old days?
No, I didn't. But he did look good in his shorts, his caps. I remember him from the hospital picnics.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure he's a good golfer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Has his hearing aid turned up okay? Yeah.
Not like Stockdale.
Not like who?
Stockdale
Oh, yeah.
in the
Right.
vice presidential debate.
Right, the parole man.
You'd never see Joe Nicrelli like that. He's
No.
always got it up all the way.
Yeah, yeah. Turn down the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you
Okay.
think of anything, come by personnel or, you know.
Well, I'm going to try to get a little miniature for him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
For John April, what can I say?
Give me come on.
Don't, are you?
Come on.
Here. Donnie, come here. Let's say something for Joe. So what can I say to
Just stand, I'll stand
the
together.
old timer?
Y'all get closer together. You can stand back there, that's fine.
There?
Yeah.
Right here.
Or going there? More there?
Go on back in there some more.
Go back
It's
in
nice to be here.
You in front of me.
You know, he doesn't come in the lab that often, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No.
He only go there.
Yeah, but he comes
We
here.
know him.
We know. We love him. We're gonna miss his signature on the paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Hey Joe, we're gonna miss you.
Take care,
We're
Mr.
gonna miss the
We're
old
gonna
timer.
miss you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Go fishing and golfing if you can.
Everybody's been saying that they're going to miss him, but I don't know. I mean, is everybody?
I will.
Has there ever been a time that you thought you wouldn't miss him?
I'm gonna miss Joe.
Yeah.
I never had any problems with him.
Very nice guy.
It was,
We will miss him.
that's great. Any funny stories? Did you ever see him play softball or anything like that, or The hospital picnic.
Yeah, I love the way he danced the hula.
Somebody, you want to demonstrate?
The hula?
No, no.
I still have pictures of him dancing the hula with Chad.
For the
With Chad
Pearly
and-
show?
From the Pearly show, the Christmas party
Yeah.
with Chad and
Jerry Toliano, call 433. Jerry Toliano, 433.
Tony and Larry and all them.
yeah, and your grandmother. I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
picture with her dancing the hula with Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Mrs. Williams.
Oh, just
Well-
keep checking with us, you know, as long as you
Yeah.
get us off, just come back
Now,
whenever you feel
did-
like it.
He had to come in here for blood work, right?
Yes.
Who drew his blood?
The first time I did,
How was it?
it was good.
Yeah.
He was a good.
Negative or positive?
I bet he made a joke about it, didn't he? Made some kind of.
Wednesday. Well,
Mr. Necrelli?
Have a good life.
Yeah. Been nice working kind of with you.
Y'all have a good weekend.
You too.
Shut up, Scott.
No, stop it.
Don't pay attention to him because he's too short to pay attention to. Is this the early clock out monitoring?
Yep.
Is it?
I know you've got lots of stories to tell about Mr. Necrelli.
Lots of stories to tell about Mr. McCrelly. Mr. McCrelly probably kicks furniture. You like to kick furniture?
What furniture?
Kicks furniture every time you ask him for money. If you ask him for big money, you can always tell when you're asking for too much money. Because he starts kicking the furniture.
Can you demonstrate that?
He starts kicking the furniture.
Okay. So are you going to miss him?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
I want to hear, can you tell us a story about the diet?
The diet? Not
Why was he
What's
so,
that in your hand?
rum cake, Mr. McCrelly. Rum cake.
why was he so hard on you about that?
Why? I don't know. He just likes being hard on me. And the more Barter's not here, the harder he gets on me. If she hadn't been on the diet, then I wouldn't have got it so hard.
What kind of things do you ever say about Barber?
What kind of things?
Yeah.
I don't know. All kind of things.
Can't
Things
think of,
about how many friends she had or didn't have.
yeah. You ever had a nickname for him? No?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
I don't think so either. You guys want to say anything for Mr. Necrelli? No?
I'm gonna miss you, Mr. McCrelly.
Thanks. Hey, do you want to say anything for Mr. Necrelli?
Hi, Mr. McRae. I'm gonna miss you, and I hope you have a safe recovery. And I hope you will be very happy in your retirement.
That's great.
Bye, Gertrude.
Hey, you want to say anything for Mr. Necrelli, or? Okay. Yes?
What was Lee doing? Was Lee?
You know, you want to say anything for Mr. Necrelli?
Mm-mm.
No? Anything?
Do I want to say anything in behalf of Joseph Crowley? My mother always told me to be kind, courteous, polite, respectful, and most of all sincere and honest. I don't think I better say anything about Mr. Crowley at this time. I really don't think I better say anything about Mr. McCrowley.
Okay. You have any good stories about him? We can come back. Me and the camera.
It's like you gotta give people a chance.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to put the word out that I was coming around, but I'll come back. We'll be doing some more next week. Are you gonna miss him?
Yes, we'll see you, Mr. McCrelly. Have a good time. Don't play too much golf. I know that's a lie. He's gonna be on the golf field every chance he gets.
Yep. Thanks. Hey,
Yeah.
what's your first impression of Mr. Necrelli?
Ooh. Talking loud.
You
I
know
don't know, he
Mr.
just, only thing I know, he just like saved my life, like, you know, because he gave me a job and stuff, you know, so, you know.
So you gonna miss him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Like a, you know, almost like a god daddy.
Yeah.
Bye, Mr. McKelly.
Did you do you have any funny stories to tell about him?
No, I. It's not
Okay.
ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's rolling right now?
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. McCrelly. And bye. We're gonna miss you. We are really gonna miss you.
Don't forget about us now. Write every now and then.
Oh, I'll definitely write. Probably visit too after.
What do you think Mr. Necrelli is most likely to do during his retirement?
Probably play golf or whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure you stop by and visit.
And fishing, you know, around the little pond.
Oh, yes.
We should get him a cake. With a retirement
You should be
banquet.
saying that because he's here right now.
Oh, well, that's true.
Angela.
Because I know Diana's going to miss you.
You worked here how many years? Almost 12 years? 11 years?
This month, the end of this month, I'll be here 11 years. Mr. McCurley will be here a little bit
Oh,
longer
Mr.
than I
McCurley,
have.
since Terry's not here, I want to tell you that you're one of my greatest bosses. So, just don't let Terry know, okay?
There she is.
Uh-oh. You better shut up, Mr. McCurley.
Okay.
Do you have any, what was it like working next to Mr. Necrelli?
Gosh, I wouldn't work for anybody else. Really.
That's sweet. Did you hear him?
At times he'll yell, but you know, he was one of the greatest.
How about kicking the garbage cans?
I don't remember him kicking the garbage can.
File cabinet?
No. Use his fist and pound on the desk.
You guys probably go through a lot of deaths down there, right? Okay, so you guys gonna wave goodbye?
Bye. We'll miss
We're
you.
gonna miss you.
Take care of yourself.
Have fun.
Okay. Now.
Okay, Terry, all clear. Don't panic. He's still there. Take care. Hey, is that for Mr. McCully?
Surprise.
I'll miss you, Mr. McCully.
Hello.
No, we don't have anything to say.
Nothing?
Not till we practice.
Is Nita around?
She's not with Tony, I believe. in the
With
training.
Tony. Okay. Did she does she know that we're gonna make a tape for him?
It was advertised somewhere. I saw it that you'd be taping. I'm pretty sure she knows.
So you guys don't have anything to say just yet?
We're camera shy.
How about just see how hard we're working, Mr. Necrelli?
Go for it, Cynthia. It's okay. I saw her retarded on video.
Come on.
Yeah.
Go see Michelle and them in there.
Yeah, Michelle loves to be on camera.
Yeah, she likes that.
How about a little wave goodbye?
Can you turn it off now?
Okay. Did you hear we were making a tape for Mr. Necrelli?
Yes, and I don't want to say anything.
They told me that you were like a camera hog.
No, I'm not. So turn it off.
Do you just want to wave bye to him?
Yes. Bye, Mr. McCrelly.
I just don't know how hard you're working.
Oh, yeah. I use whiteout well, don't I?
Alright, that's perfect.
Yay.
Is there anybody else back here?
Yeah, Carol is on class, yeah.
Are they with the patient?
Yeah.
They are? Okay.
Miss Brenda, though, she's alright. She'll probably say bye, too.
Hey,
Are we on film?
I want to see if y'all wanted to say goodbye to to Mr. Necrelli.
Yeah.
You have somebody in there right now?
Okay. You're on film.
Do you want to say goodbye to Mr. Necrelli? This is a goodbye tape from Mr. Necrelli
Oh, I see.
for his retirement.
That's neat, huh?
Are you going to miss him?
Bye, Mr. McCrelly.
Yeah, sure. This was a real good fellow, good boss, and I really think that we will miss him. I hope that he enjoyed his retirement. So bye, Joe. And we'll see you again here around, just like a friend visiting us.
That's
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Don't golf too much, Mr. McCrelly.
Bye.
You want to say goodbye to Mr. Necrelli?
Oh. Bye, Mr. McCrelly. We'll miss you. I feel self-conscious. I can't help it.
Did you get to say bye to Mr. Necrelli yet?
No.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Bye, Mr. McQuillan. And I wish you the best, okay?
Bye, Mr. McCurley.
Are you gonna miss him?
Yeah, I'm missing.
For real?
Yeah.
You have any good Mr. Necrelli stories to tell?
No.
They don't have to be nice now.
Huh?
They don't have to be nice.
Like, say again now?
So they don't have to be nice stories.
What story he done told?
Yeah, something any stories you ever had, encounters, run-ins with Mr. Necrelli.
Yeah, I had one with him, but I don't want to talk about it though.
All right. Now's your chance.
No, I don't want to talk about nothing about Mr. Wood. He told me right now.
Yeah. He's gonna see us all standing here. How about you, Barbie? You can say, okay. It's a surprise, so don't let him know, okay?
No, not really.
This will be your last hospital week, won't it?
It'll be my last hospital week. When is hospital week?
In May.
Huh?
In May.
No, it won't be my last one. I've already had my last one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, you have any parting words for us?
No, I know that you'll all enjoy hospital week as we all have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'll come in for a day or so and see what's happening.
What about in general? Any comments in general?
No, you caught me unaware.
I can come back.
Huh?
I can come back.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Try and get the office.
Huh? All right.
You can just give us a big wave.
Adios.
Zoom in. All right, that's great. Where is she? All right. Use this door. Okay. Carmina, quit laughing. I just want you to tell me the story of the worst thing that ever happened between you and Mr. Necrelli.
Oh Lord, do you have time?
Yeah. You've worked for him for a long time now, right? You worked for him for a long time?
And it's been good.
Cheese.
Cheese. And it's been bad too.
Give me some examples. Give me some.
He yells.
Yeah.
And that's part of what the biggest got yelling.
What's the good part?
Oh, he's fair. And he's very fair. But I can do it for the yelling. He didn't tell no poke.
Says what?
Then he said, no poke, Carmina, no poke. Listen to credit for your yelling. But he's fair.
Are you going to miss him?
Yeah, I'm going to miss him. Sure, I'm going to miss that yell. Same.
Next.
Well, I didn't know too much about Mr. McCray.
Carmenita, what did you do?
Except for he was just Mr. McCray. No, I didn't know. Well, I didn't know him personally, but he was nice.
All right.
Yeah, he was.
Anybody else want to add anything?
Carolyn, come on. Hi, Carolyn. What did you do?
So you don't have any funny stories to tell?
He wasn't, oh no.
What about
He probably just yelled. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, what about the one in here?
But he was nice. Oh.
Oh! Tell Miss McCrelly that I was calling his room. And
the phone kept ringing. He wouldn't answer.
Kept ringing.
Uh-huh.
This is the second time, Carmenita.
Oh, this is the second
And
time.
he
Not
picked
the
up.
first
He
time.
picked up the phone and said, "What did he say?" He said, "Who is this now?" You know. I said, "This is me at the switchboard. Have your wife on the line." Okay, put it through. Just on the phone in my face, and she was on the line.
Uh-uh.
What? The one about the.
They was trying to get him an evening, his son. And we kept calling the room and he wouldn't answer the phone. So Sherry asked the nurse on the floor to see why he wouldn't answer. Wait, he said, oh, I thought it was my hearing aid.
I'm not laughing.
So he would answer the phone and they kept trying to get him and he wouldn't answer that phone. He thought it was his hearing aid.
He's not laughing, are you?
No, I'm not laughing.
It's just Carmenita.
I have a straight face.
It's just Carmenita.
Any other good stories?
No.
You ever
We're
seen?
gonna miss him, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
All right, we'll say one big. Y'all squeeze in and give a big goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Jackson, you got anything you want to add for Mr. Whoa.
See how you made me nervous? If I had anything I want to add for what?
Anything you want to add for Mr. Necrelli?
No, just wish him the best of everything.
Yeah. You always had a good time with him?
Sorry?
You always had any good stories about him?
Well, I'm about to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he deserves a good one.
Yeah. All right, well, we wish him the best.
Sure, we all do.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Where did Glenn go?
I'll have a whole lot to say later.
All right. Hey.
Enjoy your retirement, Joe.
How's it going?
A typical day in the life of the business office.
Is there any typical day?
Well, actually, the fact that there are no patients here at this time is out of the ordinary.
Yeah. All right, well,
Yes, he's a wonderful, good employer.
You're going to miss him?
Yes, I would truly miss him.
Yeah. We wish him the best.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
but I need to see you to get the...
Uh-oh. Hi, Chad.
Okay. Are you guys ready now, or you want me to come back?
We're ready.
Everybody's working so hard.
Have to, a lot of work here.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite Mr. Necrelli story?
Oh, Mr. Necrelli was full of jokes. Do we have a favorite one?
Where did he go on his vacation? The place that we love?
Venus.
Venice was it?
Oh.
Venus?
Venice.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. You can tell us about that. You can write and tell us about that.
Yeah.
Venice. We like that story.
And how many guys be on the beach? Because you know it's going to be on the beach side. So just let me know.
Just let Theo know about the boys.
All the guys.
Well, he always had a good appreciation for a joke.
Oh, he certainly did.
And Mary always had a good appreciation for telling a joke.
Oh, yeah, I always like to tell him a joke. Joe, did you hear the one about, oops, I better not tell it now.
Wow. Wasn't that funny?
All right, Barbie.
Barbie.
You want to just wave bye?
Bye, Joe. We'll miss you. Don't forget about us. Get me off the camera.
Pick that Barbie
You
up.
call him Joe?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty nice. All
Barbie.
right, Wendy, how about just a little wave goodbye from the transcriptionist?
Ciao.
All right,
It's been
thanks.
nice knowing you, working with you and around you and for you.
Around you.
Yeah, and stay cool.
Stay cool. Enjoy that golf.
How'd you guys like his performance at the Christmas party?
Oh, love that
When
dance.
you come back to visit, more of this. That was fun.
You're a good dancer, Joe. Can't be beat.
You and Chad.
You and Chad.
All right. Thanks, you guys. If you want me to, I can turn it off. It's hard to do with the camera in your face. I was trying to get it when people gotta squeeze in.
This way.
What kind of foods do they tend to like? In the cafeteria? Italian food?
I don't know. He don't like Italian food. Just regular food. Still vegetables, starch.
You gonna miss him?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's gonna be quiet in the lunchroom without him, huh?
I know.
Quiet in the whole hospital without him, pretty much. All right. You gonna wave? Wave bye to him.
Oh, bye-bye.
Nothing?
Tell him bye.
I'll say talk to him.
Just say bye.
Yeah, y'all would just both wait, squeeze together and y'all wave bye to him.
Yeah, well, okay. Bye, Joe. We'll miss you. Bye.
Wait, that was too quick. Do it again. Take two. Okay, zoom over. Ready, action.
Bye, Joe. We'll bye.
Come on.
You gotta say bye.
Do you want to find Betty?
You all
Nice,
do yours.
Joe. We'll miss you.
Have a good time.
Enjoy the West
My
Coast.
hat's off to you. I wish I could retire.
Really?
You guys have any good stories about Mr.
No.
McCrelly? Tell me a softball story, because I never saw him play softball.
I didn't play softball with him.
Really?
I wasn't out there.
No, you have to get that from Ron Pittman.
Yeah, I think he's saving up the story.
No.
And before that, apparently, it was bowling, but I never saw
Yeah.
that either.
Never saw bowling. Played golf with him a couple times. He's great on a golf course.
Yeah. Is he a
I won't
monster?
miss him.
Monster with a golf cart? Or?
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Okay.
The lock is okay.
Well, if you guys think of any burning stories you have to tell, just give me a call.
I don't know.
Never had
That you
that.
can repeat anyway.
Yeah. Never socialized that much with him, so.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready?
No, go Ray Chad.
Never mind. Sarah, what we gonna say?
Y'all just turn around and squeeze in together. Just say bye to Mr. Necrelli.
Goodbye, Mr. McCrelly. Bye-bye. Have fun on the golf course.
That's perfect. That's great. Okay, now. Okay, let's see. Do you guys want to say any funny Necrelli stories? What's it like having to share a bathroom with them?
Huh?
What's it like having to share the bathroom with them?
It tore up yesterday on him.
Does he remember to put the seat back down?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't. And it's very embarrassing when you go in and you got to let the seat down as a woman.
It's probably going to be pretty quiet around here for you guys.
Yeah, we won't be coming in and out anymore. We just have to put up with Tony.
All right, that's great. How's it going, Trey?
Hi, Joe.
Oh, it's for Joe.
Happy trails. I want you to play Augusta.
Don't put me on that thing.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Necrelli. We're gonna miss you.
Maria.
How about a raise before you leave?
Do you have any good Mr. Necrelli stories to tell?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Tell me about the time that that you sent the checks out and you weren't supposed to, even though Tony told you to.
I can't remember.
And then Trey ran to the emergency room to get them, but they were really in the business office.
That's Trey's story. That Trey told you. He got me for lunch.
Really in the emergency room.
They were in the emergency room, but Trey got me out of lunch to go get those checks from me. I was not done with lunch. No, I wasn't, Mr. Necrelli. He got me out of lunch. I was trying to eat my food so he could go get his checks for you.
Was Mr. Necrelli mad?
Mr. Necrelli never gets mad.
What's the angriest you've ever seen him?
Oh gosh, the auditors. Mr. Necrelli loves the auditors.
Can you give us a rendition?
Huh?
Give us a impersonation?
Well, I'm not going to do an impersonation.
Yeah, you guys do a reenactment.
No, wait, don't roll it.
I can't do that.
Don't roll it, Chad.
I'll edit it out.
No, wait.
Okay.
retired permanently.
Yes, yes, we will retire the Pearly Shell
Joe,
along with
this
Mr.
all
McCrelly.
stick to exist.
Yeah, my leg goes off.
Mine was a short career. I should have never left the modular. This wasn't in the contract, Joe.
Our leader.
And somehow I'm just going to have trouble looking at the salesman straight in the face when I go back.
I couldn't get them to take their shirts off.
Coffee, I'm out dancing Pearly Shell. It just doesn't seem right.
You liked it. Very good.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, a man does. What a man does.
I think we had so much fun. I think we all should walk out. Send the win.
Tell us on camera.
Yeah, that's okay.
Should we like use our chairs and whoever can
This is only he's going to hear it later on, you know. Just got to make sure that whatever you tell is not going to be something that Marilyn may kill him for.
But I never heard about the catalog.
Now wait, Chad, hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go, Shirley.
Go, Shirley.
Tell us about the women's
Hit it.
What about the catalog?
What about the women's catalog?
It was during that time when the weight thing was going on, you know, everybody was losing weight, and I had put a catalog in his mailbox, but it was for Vicky, it wasn't for him. But he checked his mailbox that day, and there was this lady's catalog, and all these pretty clothes, and one of them, you know, he looked at me and he said, Shirley, are you trying to tell me something? He said, I know I've lost a lot of weight, but I didn't think I looked that good.
That just ties into the belly dancer thing. Yeah. He was trying to, he was trying to, you trying to get him to duplicate the belly dancer.
Well, he hung out his shingle as the EMT because Neil Dunn, talking to him in the country club, told him he had an appointment with Dr. Sundrum, and he told him before he got there to tell him he had a deviated septum.
Septum.
Yeah. So sure enough, when Mr. Dunn went to Dr. Sundrum, that's what he told him he had. Joe should have sent him a bill. Diagnosed it already.
Everybody that went to Sundrum had a deviated septum.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well, you know, that goes along with the fact that he's always said he's a brain surgeon anyway. So. Always. Of course, just our existence sitting right here is one of his favorite things, isn't it? Another, another damn committee meeting.
You're working hard, Mr. DeCrowley. All my personnel, no personnel from anywhere else, just my people.
Yeah, it's just his department here.
He always says that every time he looks in here in the dining room and he sees the activity committee, he looks around and he says, these are all my people.
Yeah. If Fred Nell could be here, though, you know, he'd always tell us about the trip going down to, I think it was their first trip going down to a meeting or something, and he fell asleep. Fred had him going down the runway of an airport at 11, late at night or something. He was just there hauling it down the runway in a car.
Did y'all all make a trip to Sarasota?
We went to Denver.
Or Denver?
Yeah, we went to Denver for AHA convention.
Yeah,
And,
he told us not long ago about it. Okay, you remember that trip they made?
that was the trip where I just about killed Sue Carpel.
On purpose?
Yeah, on purpose. She was. We were driving along in a van. Have you ever been to? No, it wasn't Denver that this happened. This was in. This trip was in. No, it was in Texas, Houston, Texas. In Houston, you go around the city, and it's like a big circle around the city. And if you don't watch it, you miss all the turnoffs. I mean, it's really a confusing city to drive. And I drove all over the place, but we missed a turnoff to go to our hotel, and Sue was like. I mean, she was in my right by ear right there. And Joe was sitting there, oh God. But he knew it. But by the time we got around to the other side of the city and Sue was still going to town, finally I stopped right in the middle of the street and told her if she could either get out or shut up. He's never let me live it down, though. Never let me live it down. He had the experience in Denver, and that's where Denver came in, that he was riding with her, and I think Jury was driving at that time, and he warned her that, you know, that if she didn't want what happened in Houston to happen again, that she better just cool it. And we were in the mountains that time.
Gary, you got a good memory of yours and Mr. Crowley's trip to, where was it? It was supposed to be to Cuesta.
The scenic trip across Palm Beach County. Yes.
And around. Mr. Crowley said, I'm never going to work at Gary Morgan's. That's not the day they were going to a board meeting or something?
So we were going to a collection agency.
Yeah. I know we went to this meeting, they took a detour and a dead end.
I drew a map.
And
You drew a map?
Yes.
Oh, of course you did.
And you got lost. They got lost.
They got lost, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I wish I could bring in our ball team for this thing. They would have some stories in it that would just be, I mean, I'm not sure we could tell them all, but
Mr. McCurley was on your ball team?
he was the coach of our ball team. This ball team that we're talking about was one that we had to have if we were to continue playing softball. We had to have a tournament team. Now, Pat Lennon's the one that's, I mean, he said, if you're going to have a ball team, you're going to have a winning ball team. So here Joe goes out and he recruits all over the cities, you know, Clewiston and Pahokee, and even West Palm Beach. We bring people in. Glaze General Hospital ball team consisted of one Glaze General Hospital player, and that was me, and Mr. McCurley, of course. But he got so mad at this group of guys. They were, I mean, we were a bunch of, you can't call them idiots, but we were, I mean, you talking about roughhousing. These guys stayed drunk more than they did sober, I believe. And he would get so mad at them coming out and trying to play ball with a hangover that he ran one of them up a tree. This is the truth, I swear. If I sit in here, he ran one of the guys up a tree. He was so angry. He turned around, he was yelling and screaming. And one of the sins, and Jamie knows this, when you're running bases, you don't, you know, the coach, third base coach, you don't touch the guy going around third base. And he was so frustrated at that tournament. And he was so mad at these other guys because they were hungover. When I was coming around third and was going to score, and he grabbed me, bear hugged me, going around third base, and they threw me out. I mean, they threw, you know, called me out and threw him out of the ball game, and all this stuff. He was something else. And then there was one tournament that we went to up in
Tampa?
No, up in Orlando area. I think it was in Plant City, and we were staying right on I-4, and we were all having a decent time. Joe was always lending these hoodlums his car.
You told me that
and
story.
He woke up one morning, it was gone.
They were in Daytona Beach, I believe.
And they were in Daytona Beach. Yeah. They had left there.
You heard that story already?
Several times.
Yeah. And his car ended up in Daytona Beach. Sorry, Marilyn, I hope you knew about that one.
This was a while back.
But this is years and years ago. But there was a lot of interesting ball stories that just too many to even think about. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
I think, didn't someone give him a referee shirt not long ago?
Yeah.
Well, I think they probably gave him that for my department.
That were medical records.
Yeah, medical records.
Right.
Apparently he had to do a lot of refereeing, and it was Diana Capo's idea that she wanted a referee shirt. So I traveled all the way to West Palm to the sports shop to find this referee shirt and an official whistle for him to throw on. But I told him the deal was he had to keep it here, and when he went into his referee mode, throw it on and get the whistle and blow it.
Well,
no, he took it home.
I can think of several instances. One time when Dr. Juan was still here, and is it Lloyd Fox? Fox was his name.
X-ray tech.
He was a little insulting to me over the telephone. And Dr. Juan asked me what he said, and I told him. And he disappeared, and the next thing I heard was he'd gone on deck Lloyd. And then Crowley came in and says, I've been down there refereeing again.
Who's the one in radiology you get?
That was him.
Oh, that was him? Yeah.
Radiologist. Isn't that what I said? X-ray?
Oh, okay.
Mr.
Yeah,
Dr. Juan did.
Dr. Juan was the one that
Need to clear that one up real quick.
Dr. Juan punched him. Mr. McCrelly had to referee.
You're gonna need Neil Dunn more than that, I'm afraid.
I
Clear that
saw
one up.
McCurley get mad though. I seen him kick the furniture. I've been in his office before.
Slam the door.
File cabinets. I heard about file cabinets.
I told him in the requisition, and he'll say, what the hell is Jerry doing now? Damn that safety committee.
We know he never raised his voice. He and I had the pleasure of being in a certain doctor's office one day discussing business, and the doctor said that Mr. McCrelly yelled at him and that he threw us out. But that's still doubtful in my mind, is that Mr. McCrelly really yelled at him.
You're talking about the safety committee, Janie? Not too long ago, you know, when the safety committee was on a roll about the surveillance committee.
Right.
And he walked in, and I walked into his office and, you know, said, how you doing today? And he was sitting there holding his letter opener. He says, the damn thing's a weapon. They said it was a damn weapon. I've got to throw my letter opener a letter. He says, the damn thing's a weapon. He couldn't get over it.
It was a hazard. And for him to use it was an unsafe practice.
down on that end. Don't you think that would work out?
Well, that was always their excuse, it was too far to
Fill out a requisition.
He told the board last night.
One more time. He gave Tony his 430 ways to say no books.
At 429 of them would say no again about buying another dynamite.
Paul Fox Seminary.
Oh, was it Paul Sox Center? That's right, it was Paul Sox
That was
Center.
his favorite one.
Paul Sox Center.
No.
Where the hell are all these Paul Fox Seminars?
He finally got to use one for his surgery. So
Yeah,
he knows what they are.
that's said a word about Paul Sox Center.
No,
It's it.
No, it's the Roto-Rooters.
Roto-Rooter.
Pretty sight one. You know, I gotta drink this whole gallon of.
Go lightly. But you don't. You don't go lightly. I told him to take his reading material and park in the bathroom.
So I guess, I think we'll miss him.
I know.
He's given us a lot of laughs. He's taught us a lot. I think we've enjoyed working with him.
Oh, but he'll be back. Just about the time we think he'll be back. When we least expect him, he's gonna catch
He's
us.
gonna walk in on us.
Yep.
Well, I tell you, you know, it's one of those things that I've been around him for 12 years now, right at 12 years, and he came in September before I started to work, and I think it was April, my date, but in all those years he's been mighty tough, and you know he's been good for this place. He saved the place a lot of money, and he's came up with some really unique ways, especially during the time that we had to, you know, we were negotiating net 6-month terms and stuff like that. You know, he was doing some really unique things with financing. So, you know, hey, I hope we never have to see those days again. But thank you for the earlier days.
He's been real special to me because he hired me and has stood by me with a lot of things. And I feel like he's been great to do what I've been doing the last couple of years on my surgery and what a lot of places wouldn't have, and a lot of bosses wouldn't do as many as he has. I will never.
I still think the only reason he hired me because I was hitting a softball 400 feet at a
You
time.
were Cheryl Waters.
Little Cheryl Waters story.
Ron, you probably take some.
Yeah, I probably could. But
Were Cheryl and Joe ever here at the same
Oh,
time?
yeah.
You got to be kidding. See, I wasn't here in those years.
Can you imagine what a
No.
combination Cheryl Waters and
That's
Jessica
like
Crowley.
oil and vinegar.
Well, Joe said when he thinks of Cheryl, he thinks of black leather jackets, boots, and a riding crop.
Except the leather jackets weren't made out of leather; they were made out of. He liked to use foreskin. Not quite that. Not quite X-rated. He could really throw up some stories about that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Did you guys talk about Natalie and Ackman already?
No. What about Natalia?
Oh, I thought that was his favorite person or something. They came in there today talking about
Oh,
it.
with the chicken
Today at
sandwich?
lunch.
Yeah, the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Mama said she was a patient. She wanted a chicken sandwich. She didn't care what they were serving. So they came down here and they put a piece of chicken bone in on it. They took it up to her.
She blamed it on Mr. Lennon. She said she felt sure that Mr. Lennon had ordered that sandwich for her like that.
Chelsea said,
Go ahead.
If I could tell what I told, you can tell just about anything.
no, I think that's.
I'm glad this is not going to be on 60 Minutes or anything. I'm going to be in a world of
We'll all
trouble.
be shot.
When I first came to work here, we had our hospital ball team. It was just a little local, you know, fun ball team, and he had some people working. He had some people working for him. I'm playing for him on the ball team. I think respiratory therapists. And they put on not ski masks, but Halloween masks and stuff, and run bases and bat with Halloween masks on and everything. I used to get a kick out of these guys. He'd have a blast with them. What was his name? Paul.
Hart?
No, I don't think it was Paul Hart. I can't remember the guy's name, but he used to have a blast with him. He was the craziest guy you'd ever seen. No. We've had some fun times with the ball teams, even the old ones.
We should really say something about
Talk
Rodriguez.
about Gilbert.
Well,
Sick bird.
Fell off the golf course.
Not
I hadn't heard that one.
Not only that, wasn't it an employee incident that he followed an employee incident?
It's workers' comp, yeah.
At the time.
I'm not sure this camera should be pointing at me when we talking about Rodriguez.
Okay, that's off. It was during National Hospital Week, and that's when we spent the whole
Thanks,
week,
Chad.
Monday through Friday, going crazy, doing stuff all week. That's when we had stretcher races in the parking lot, bedpan races. We did all kinds of crazy things.
Hey, the real kicker was
But we
wasn't
had
he
a,
drunk?
right, we had a golf tourney, and they were all out at the country club playing golf, and I think we filmed it, didn't we? Not
That
the
was
fall,
just
but
before I got here.
they were coming
That
back
was that
in,
year.
and Gilbert, I think, was standing on the golf cart, but somehow when they hit a
Tom
pothole,
He went
Tom Gocher was driving? I don't know. Anybody know the
Said-
whole story?
I was sitting in the,
Okay,
in
you
the
were there.
passenger seat, and he was hanging on the side of the golf cart with a little ledge, with a little water ledge, you know, the gutter, and with his tippy toes on the edge, and the golf cart turned the corner real fast, and it kind of lost, you know, hit a couple of ruts, and he just fell right off.
When I first met the hospital team, Gilbert was on the side with his arm in that
Right,
thing.
with the sling.
And I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know he
Yeah,
worked with the
I think he
hospital.
dislocated his shoulder.
Dislocated his
Yeah,
shoulder.
because he lived over by us. He was in real
The
agony
next
for a
golf
while.
tournament we had, Mr. McCrelly demanded we wear seatbelts.
Well, I
And
bet,
sign a waiver.
I bet the kitchen buys less Tabasco sauce now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, that's for sure. Even for breakfast.
How come we didn't even throw pie at Mr. McCrelly?
I don't remember throwing pie, Mr.
We did.
McCrelly.
He wouldn't get behind there.
He wouldn't?
He designated somebody else. It wasn't Tony Moore. No, it was someone else. Tony wasn't here yet. He made someone else go in his place. If the department head wouldn't go, the supervisor went.
Oh my gosh.
He made Fred Dale. That's right.
That's right.
I've got that on video, Fred Dale.
Maybe we could make up for Thursday night. We
We
still got
still
that
have
board
board,
somewhere,
yes, we
don't
do.
we?
Yes, we do.
Boards are there, but this is the airport.
We can clean it up.
Did you make Mr. McCurley a banner, Janie?
Oh, yeah. It's signed. Anita had everybody sign it.
I got a few Mr. McCurley loves it when you make
I
banners.
know, I told him I had to
Janie.
make, I signed it, I had to make you one more banner before you left.
He was telling everybody, Janie's gonna put Hallmark out of business.
Even Carmenita's got a good one for him on there.
He told me I'd get an A in banners and an F in fixed assets.
And yes, Joe, Hetta's still here. Hetta's still
I'll
here.
see you there.
Hedda Hopper.
We'll keep you informed while
I
you're
didn't even
retired.
call Cheryl Baker, he's calling something else.
Hey, get a fax machine,
olive
Joe.
oil?
You'll fax your what's going on.
Oh, that's the only thing I ever heard call it. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I can't imagine why.
But he had another nickname for it?
I thought that.
She always told me that they.
Here's a man with some stories.
The
Yeah,
lion
you
had
got
all the
stories about,
stars.
Oh, you got a
you
crowd
got
story?
a McCurley story, don't you?
Come back here, Larry.
I'll see.
Larry, wait a minute, I'll leave it here. Larry, you come up here and sit so we have good view of the camera.
Oh, McCurley
I already
story.
told the deviated septum story.
Is there a censor?
I think I opened that door.
If there was,
Well, they always.
You started it now. You knew that was going to open that up, didn't you?
I know what it was.
A
It
nice
wasn't
clean
Cheryl
story
Baker.
that I was reminded of when I think about Joe is when we was in Rome, Georgia, I think it was. Did you go?
I remember, no, I was going to.
It was so funny. You know, we went out to a nice place to eat. We got to eating and Joe decided he wanted an Irish coffee.
It wasn't a nice place, it was a country place.
Well, it was old factory. It was an old
That's
cocktail.
nice,
At any rate, Joe ordered an Irish coffee and the waitress looked at him and says, well, all we've got is regular decaffeinated. Now, Joe was very polite. He said, well, in that case, just give me a coffee and a shot of bourbon.
That waitress is classic though. I mean, the whole meal was hilarious. And he'd order a steak and she'd walk away, wait, don't you want to know what it cooks? And all we got is regular and decaf.
And
One,
it wasn't Cheryl Manger he always did. It was Anita Shea and Tom Gothers. And between those two, they had it all. Had a Hopper's job covered.
you reminded me of another restaurant that we went to up in Denver, and they had their violin player, and he always brings up this violin player. What did he call it? Cello or something. Anyway, this guy just sitting there and serenaded all around the table. You couldn't get rid of him. I mean, it was like, go away, go away. And the guy was just sitting there, da, 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 da. She was always talking about this violin player that serenaded us at in Denver.
He's always funny on trips.
Absolutely.
You avoid the camera, are you?
Very, very. Very much so. It was a lot of fun.
Don't you have in the Curly story?
You've only been here a short time.
But surely there's something.
That you can tell us about Mr. Necrelli already? In the short time
I like
you've
my
been
job.
here?
I'd like to hear Larry recount the encounter between Jerry and Mr. Kelly.
I don't know if that should be filmed.
Every time Necrelli would come down that way and he'd be mad, Jerry would be mad, I'd have to shut the door and they'd be like nose to nose. What was the one time they were nose to nose, belly to belly?
That's the one.
Larry was talking about.
I had just come to work here, and I didn't really know Joe or Jerry.
Two Italians.
Yeah, two Italians, and they met in the hallway, and that's where it started, up and down in front of the dining room.
Right out here. Yeah.
Right. And then Jerry finally went his way. Joe came up, and his office was still a business office. And he came in the door, and just about the time he got halfway down around to his office, here came Jerry behind him. So they turned, came, and met right in front of my door. And I couldn't get out. It worried me. I don't know. Two Italians screaming at each other, and they were like this with their fists, and they knew they couldn't hit each other, so they both grabbed their belt and they started belly bumping each other. Jerry would belly bump him and yell, and then Joe would belly bump the other one. And I had to sit there and check my head and got out of there before talking to me. I'll never forget that.
That's the greatest thing about Jerry getting that office. I could just shut the door on him, but you could still hear him screaming, GP this, GP that.
We had a vendor
They
that
must
gave
have
us
cleaned that conversation up.
There's Jerry now.
we had a vendor that
Get Jerry in here.
Well, he's running down the hall, so I don't know.
they really gave us a hard time about terms and about money we owed and everything, and finally one day I don't know whether it was an attorney or a collector or whatever, he calls us up and he calls Joe up and he says, you refuse to pay these bills. And he said, we're just really fed up with it, and if you don't pay the bills, I'm just going to come and get furniture. He said, how would you like to have the furniture taken out of your office? He said, when can you come and get it? I don't like the damn stuff anyway.
I imagine if they keep on going all afternoon.
Yeah, the more you think.
Go back over
Sit there,
the
the
years.
more you think about.
I've just
Some of it
enjoyed.
we can't because we don't care.
No.
That's why I said you can't say everything.
I've just enjoyed watching him the last few months because he's gotten more and more laid back and has more stories to tell, and he's really enjoyed the last few
I'm just
months.
hoping that he don't see this before he leaves. Because if he hears you say that, he'll obviously just revert right back.
Don't give it to him till he leaves next Wednesday.
There's Trey. Trey, you got any Mr. Necrelli story?
Plenty. For a short while.
Well, come tell us. That's what we're reviewing.
You won't get this till Wednesday, I hope.
He'll get
I
it.
thought Friday morning.
He'll get it as he's leaving.
Till next Wednesday.
Next
He's here
Wednesday?
the next Wednesday.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
He'll get
Like
it.
4 o'clock or 5 o'clock when he's walking out the door, then hand it to him.
I want to hear more about Gilbert.
Get that camera off me.
About Zola Yates. We can talk about Zola Yates.
Oh, that was
Zola
another
was
one.
his
Yeah.
One of Joe's very favorite people.
Hey, you talking about Jerry and Joe going in battle?
Zola Yates. She was the director of
She
nursing
and
Yeah.
She and
This is
Jerry
it.
had a major
Yeah,
battle.
you need
I mean,
to
she
hear
and
this.
Joe had a major battle in the office. They just about went to fisticuffs. I mean,
I thought
Tell your
Joe was
story,
going to
Larry.
climb right over his desk and grab her by the neck. He already had one knee up on top, I think. It was like this. Zola ran out of the office, so I...
right in, Trey. I mean, don't.
Tell us about the first time you
Well,
found
there
out
was
who Terry Watterson
There was
was.
the one time I was getting interviewed for the position of comptroller in Mr. McCrilly's office, and one Terry Watterson happened to call on the phone.
Oh, dear.
That was quite an experience.
And you, and
Any
you-
comments he made that
You weren't,
could be recorded?
you weren't sure whether you wanted the job or not.
Your attorney.
Yeah. Hilda?
You got any Mr. DeCrelly stories?
Oh, Hilda, come here. Come here, Hilda.
Well, he said she's the best secretary he ever had. That was until he had Diana and then Vicky. Each one he gets is his best. He's had some good ones.
It's a shame Diana can't be here. She could tell some good ones.
I bet she
Yeah, she sure could.
Yep, that's for sure.
I think she's going to come to the party. I saw her name on the list.
I hope she does. Good.
I saw her just not too long ago.
Are there any other trip stories you can think of? When you guys used to go on the trips?
Coming out of a ball game in Houston, we were riding down out of the parking lot, and again, sorry Marilyn, but we were trying to get out. We had seen this baseball game, Houston Astros, and after the Astro game was a Beach Boys concert. Matter of fact, it was the last concert that they played with, I think, the drummer that died. He died just a couple of months later. And we were coming out of the parking lot, and by that time there was some I think some really South people. And we were riding along, and this girl that was adjacent to us over there, she started flipping her shirt up. She started flashing us. And Joe said, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?" That was fun.
I like her. I'm sure after all these years, you're not going to tell Marilyn anything she doesn't know.
I know.
She's found out.
Well, he's probably gone up and told her too.
I'm sure probably told her everything.
Well, we probably better get back to work. You
Yeah.
can still fire us.
He is lurking in calls, you know.
And I do know, I heard Mr. Whitney tell him that he could fire somebody on the last day he was here if he wanted.
All right, so
My goodness, we could have a regular.
Thanks, you guys.
Joe, this one was only an hour and 10 minutes long, by the way. Well, that killed a lot of birds with one stone, didn't it?
I've sat too long.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. DeCrelly. We're really going to miss you here. You made a really positive impact on the hospital, and I've really enjoyed your words of wisdom, and your sense of humor really kept me going a lot of times, especially when talking about the personnel doctrine from before, when the moon's in line with Aquarius and all those things. That really helped me get through, me and Hilda, and we're really going to miss you. Good luck.
Let's see what Terry's been doing today. Let the focus go in there. Come on, baby. What? What?
I can't go on without Mr. Necrelli.
I've already got Helen and Rose.
We can do like they did in Cornfield County. Salute! Salute! See you later. Hope you have a good time.
The most, you know. He only runs me over in the parking lot.
What I know about Joe, we don't talk about it on videotape.
Nice.
Hi, Joe.
Where is that on? You got a mirror and slip on her?
No. Joe and I went to Houston together along with a bunch of other people years back to the American Hospital Association convention. Joe, you remember the trip back to the Amsterdam? That's all we need to say.
End of story, huh?
Well, yeah, there's some people next to us in the truck. Kind of. Can I put? Is this just for him? Okay. Joe's in the front of the taxi. The taxi driver's on the left-hand side. I'm in the back seat, and Ron Pittman's next to me, right? Well, we're getting out of the Astrodome. There's about 4 or 5 lanes of traffic, and this pickup truck pulls up next to us, and this girl pulls out her titty and lays it up on the windowsill. And Joe's right up in the window, like that, you know.
How far did his tongue hang?
And Ron is egging her on. And I'm just about to die. I couldn't believe it happened. They drunk her 700 Indians.
Now's your chance. Say bye.
What are you doing?
Killing my shoulder.
You taking videos?
Yeah, this is from Mr. Negrelli. You want to say anything? Remember I came in that one day, didn't I?
Huh?
I thought I came in and got you all that. There was like 5, all the supervisors practically.
I donated. I signed this little thing.
Everybody running from you?
Yeah. I'd run too. Hello, is Miss Peacock around? Oh, there she is. Any parting words from Mr. Negrelli? So I think something's wrong with battery.
Don't tip him. He won't leave.
Stay right here. I'll never
Chad. Joe, I want you to remember Lorenzo, all the good food, the violin, those nice, nice conventions. We did have a good time, didn't we? Baby does. I didn't go to Dallas with you people, but I understand you did have a good time. If you ever get back to Denver, let's call us and we'll all go back to Baby Doe's. Have a good time, Joe.
Tell me when. Yeah. Mr. Negrelli, finance and board meetings at Glades General will never be the same without you. I wish you the best. Lots of love and luck. Bye.
Joe, there's so much to say in so little time. What can I say? How am I going to do a budget without you to fight with? How am I going to have any nurses in the ER without you fussing about them? How am I ever going to look at a spoon without laughing? And I wish you many Lorenzos every time you eat out at night. We're sure going to miss you, and we think the world of you. Goodbye.
Okay. Joe, he's got me in the office here. He wants me to say a few words so that you won't forget my face. Just in case you get lonely someday and you want to remember me, you can put the tape at the end there and I'll be there for you. But anyway, it's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm glad to see you go. I'm glad you're taking some of your health with you. I wish we could have played some more golf, but work got too serious here at the end and we could never do it. But maybe one of these days I'll take some time off and maybe I can fit a couple clubs on my motorcycle and I'll come out there and play with you. And by the way, I don't think I've showed you which motorcycle I bought, but as long as you're on there now, I just so happen to have the book. But that's the baby right there. It's a FXDW Dynaglide. It's a Harley Davidson. So you got to think a little bit better about bikers next time you see them on the road. I might be one of them. So the halls aren't going to be the same here without you. And I'll try to keep our reputation going, but it's going to be tough. I can remember the time when it was only you and I, the only two Italians in Belglade. And we survived. And then got my brother, he made the third one. But the place isn't going to be the same without you, so I want to say goodbye to you. and take care.
And we can edit or we can start over or whichever.
Let's have mistakes and all.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Hi, Joe, or goodbye, Joe. I know that right now you remember who I am, but it probably won't be many months before you get old and senile, so Barbara Scruggs, don't forget. I made a few notes because there are some things that I want you to remember about the time that we have shared when I've been on the board. One that really brings back fond memories. All those late night meetings with Dr. Baker, long. Another was all the many rides you've given me back home, particularly when we were almost killed with people throwing rocks at your car in South Bay. And another time when you were almost killed. You've got to remember, don't head northbound in the southbound US 27 lanes. Remember that? Getting on a more serious note, though, I appreciate all that you've ever done for Glades General. Your endless patience with us, the questions that we've asked, with all the financial statements. You've done a great job as CFO at Glades General. And even though Tony's going to be taking over some of your duties, there never will be anyone who can take your place. Thanks, Joe. You've done a great job.
Yeah, that's great. And just let it run for a little bit longer.
How's this work?
This is just giving me some power because the battery's not charged up.
So your mic's right up there?
Right in this thing.
Should I look at you or look in there?
I'd say if you're gonna, we've been doing both. Some of the people tell stories about him, and some of the people have a message directly for him. So in that case, they've been talking to the camera.
That's how I'll do it.
Okay.
Talk to him. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, anytime.
Joe, this is Neil. I just want to say thanks. We'll cut while you understand or talking overhead. We'll try it again. Joe, this is Neil. I've been here at Glades General for 3 years, and that means I've been fortunate enough to know you for 3 years. And while everybody else is telling stories about you, I just let the stories speak for themselves, and I want to give you a great big thank you and tell you to hit them true and straight down the middle and enjoy yourself. Take care.
Okay. Yeah, anytime you're ready.
Hi, Joe. We miss you already. Is Marilyn ready to let you come back to us? We're ready anytime she is. We hope that you're going to have a wonderful retirement, and this isn't goodbye. This is just we'll see less of you. We go all the way back, the 12 and a half years, and one thing for sure, I always knew that you would tell it like it is, whether that was what I wanted to hear or not, but I could always depend on the fact that you were telling it just exactly the way that I could believe it. We're really going to miss you, but everybody deserves to have retirement, and you certainly do. So thanks for the memories. Bye-bye.
I don't remember it, but it's something about now I remember where I put my hearing aid. What do I need to do? Am I relaxed enough?
Yeah, you look good.
Posed?
Just whenever you're ready.
What do you tell me? I'm ready. Hi, Joe. I didn't want to be on this tape. Everybody insisted. I'd rather come and visit you to keep me in mind. I know you're going to enjoy your retirement. I have really enjoyed mine. I know that we have had a lot of arguments, really some big ones at times, but we have always ended up as friends, and I hope we can always remain friends. Lots of good luck.
Hey, I'm ready when you're ready. Hi, Joe. How you doing? How you liking your new hearing aids? I hope they don't give you as much problem as I had with mine. I got up one morning and went to the bathroom to brush my teeth. I reached up and pulled a suppositor out of my ear. I said, damn, now I know where my hearing aid is. Good luck to you, Joe. Come see me.
He'll like that.
Huh?
I said he'll like that.
Yeah, he will.
Mr. Necrelli, it's been my pleasure to put this tape together for you. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad it's a final gift that I'm able to give to you from not just me, but from everybody at the hospital, and I hope it brings back a lot of good memories. As far as my history with you, I remember my earliest days at the hospital in my quasi-legal employment, that I used to walk around the halls and, trying to get to know some of the characters at the hospital, get to know names and faces. And I remember asking my grandmother at one point, what's the name of that? The two older guys are always walking around together. One of them's tall and skinny. The other one's real kind of short and a little stocky. And they're always talking, joking around, or maybe getting mad at each other. Kind of like Laurel and Hardy, really. And she knew right away I was talking about you and Mr. Nail. I can remember coming back over the different summers at Glades General Hospital, coming back after high school and then after college, coming back for different situations. There was one summer when I used to spend all my lunch days or lunch hours with you, Mr. Gocher, and I think Mr. Nail was also still there. And we used to spend a lot of time talking about different things. Always an educational experience for me. Lunch at Glades General usually is. And I can remember one day in specific, you were telling us about Bill Vale, I believe was his name, the P.T. Barnum of baseball, coaching before I guess it was the Browns, I think, and told me stories about midget shortstops and one-armed pitchers and veterans and the outfield and things like that. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was a privileged witness to sort of a passing phase in America, in American business, and in America in general. Being able to hear your perspective, to see your part of it, not just in a time frame, but also in how you deal with business. I've heard people say over and over that Mr. Necrelli was the last of a breed of a very aggressive businessman, that no-nonsense type guy. I think no one would dispute that those terms definitely qualify as descriptions of you. Nowadays, with people being so cautious with litigation and careful about stepping on people's toes and fingers, it was always a welcome to have someone at the hospital that you could get a direct answer from, a correct answer from. Like I said, a no-nonsense guy that would tell you things the way they were, and also you'd have a pretty good time with. Besides, I know that I couldn't really close this tape without also mentioning my crowning achievement, I guess, with the Necrelli Hood team, with the eruption of the Pearly Shell Dancers at the Christmas party. And I have a little surprise. We've done some work, and we've searched the globe to find the dancers and bring them back to you here today. And we'll let you take a look at them and see what you think, see if they're up to par. And if times get lonely, you feel a little down or something like that, put the tape in, fast forward to the end, see the Pearly Shell Dancers, and hopefully it'll bring a smile to your face. Thanks a lot.